So we've got a gray day here, and that's always a whole different kind of painting. It's a mood painting. And I wanted to find something that would still have some color in it, not be all gray, so I could give you a good lesson on bending colors out of those grays and bringing grays back into colors. So you kind of have to go both ways. It should be a pretty simple, straightforward painting. It's going to be delicate in the way that the grays, the cooler grays, the warmer grays, the way they play against each other. But as far as value goes, there's quite a bit of value jump in this painting still, even though it's a gray day. So let's get going. I'm going to go ahead and place my dark boat shape, which is red and green will make a nice, I need a really good dark right here, right in the front, right there, the darkest dark. And then I can base everything else off that to start creating the boat itself. Notice I haven't even changed brushes yet. I'm still just scrubbing in big giant shapes. But let's get this green boat in. And the fact that it's green is not really helping the gray day painting very much, but because this is red, I like the idea of this green boat being in the painting. So that's what it's going to be. So it's a little lighter than the water. So I'm making that value jump right away and just place a mark there. Now it gets darker as it comes forward, so I don't want to go a whole lot I don't want to go a whole lot further than that, or I'll be fighting the white that's in the painting. This is its reflection. I'm just going ahead and reflecting at the same value at this point. And now I'll darken the green down. And a great way to darken greens, where they mean more, is with red. So that's what I did. Now there's a slight downhill tilt to this dock. And so if you notice, I'm not keeping it horizontal, and it's helping with the character of the whole thing. So from where I'm sitting, it goes downhill on this angle, and I can measure it exactly with my brush, and I got it exactly right. So what happens in the water, on the water line, is exactly the same as I've got it here. It gets smaller back here, bigger up here. And if I were to measure from water line to top here, of the top plane, and then move all the way back into the painting, it's exactly half as high. So this right here, if I take half of this measurement, that's what's going to be back here. So I'm a little bit on the, I've got a little extra here. I want to bring the water right up to there. These measurements are important because then you don't have to draw perspective lines. You can just jump right into painting and then correct your little perspective errors later in the painting, just like this. And if you remember, I had a warmer red in there, so using that cool red's not helping me. There we go. Now this gives us more of the actual perspective of the seawall. These colors mean a lot to this particular painting because, well, for one thing, it's a gray day, so how wonderful that we can manage to get a little bit of extra color in a few places. These reds are very helpful for that. But I'm only hinting them in. I'm not making a real strong red line happen there. If you do, you're going to stand out way too much. So I kind of sneak up on those things like that. If I need a little more red, I can always put it in there. Now I've got my doors, and I'll just place them real simply. Again, I'm just adding red right into this gray that's already here. And I'm not making them the full width yet. I just am placing top and bottom. And that's very helpful to do it that way. And then I've got a dark edge on one side, so that'll be of great assistance to make them feel more three-dimensional. Oh shoot, I've got a guy taking a boat that I need. That's never good. So, luckily I have a photo of that, but if there's anything else I need, like the line that came down, there's the boat right there. Kind of fun if you can get a I'm tempted to put him in there, but I don't want his butt facing this. And I think as soon as he turns around, he's going to jet out of here. But I can get a few other things here, like for instance, I've got a couple highlights and a couple of warmer notes back here in the ropes. I don't want all those cold colors coming through. He's standing there posing for me. When they do that, you need to take advantage of it. So I will. These ladders add a lot of character. So I'm really wanting to get them fairly close to the feel. Then I've got one that goes absolutely straight up out here. But I don't want equal spacing between these because that's going to look pretty boring. So I'm going to pinch this one in a little further or take it out further. I'm choosing to pinch it in. So here's the spacing here. So I'm going to bring it all the way into here. And I'll use it straight up. Interesting smell. I don't have any idea what that is. You know, when these guys are leaving or doing things, they always have stuff on the docks. So I'm going to place a little shape or two that he's going to be bringing down into the boat. Just something to put a little more interest up there. And if I can get a handle on something or a loop, something interesting rather than just that lump of a shape, that will probably even make it more interesting, like that. So I'm just grabbing ideas for interesting shapes up there. Very interesting color of purple gray that I ended up with in that rock wall. It's very close to what's really happening, but it's jacked up just a little bit from the actual gray color and made it a little more exciting. So I'm feeling pretty good about that one. So I'm going to wrap it for today, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. And there's a lobster restaurant right down the street with a martini, and my name is on both of them.